Salutations, my name is Kartosael. Welcome back to another episode of Thaumic Craft. In the last episode, I can't even really remember what we did. Well, regardless, we're back at my base. Alright, we did the magical forest thing. I've expanded a little bit on that. Not too much though. Also finally added some extra touches to this room. Mainly these things. There used to be armor blocks, but I always wanted them to be the infused stones. According to the elements, that's air infused stone and air shard cluster. Because I finally managed to get a silk touch pickaxe, a void pickaxe. Which has a lot of advantages. Mainly, excuse me. Mainly that it repairs itself. But today I want to talk about magic mirrors and the Vis Network. Because those two are actually related. So magic mirrors, they're a bit of a pain to build. They're all the way over here. So you need this mirrored glass, which isn't all that bad. And then you need to infuse it with 3 gold and an ender pearl. It's pretty expensive, to be quite honest. And you can also make a magical hand mirror, which requires a bit more infusion. I have one. So how these things work is you hang one on the wall. This one. Then you right click it with the mirror in your hand. It's a bit weird because this one is already linked to this mirror. But that sound means it's getting linked. You can see links to those coordinates in the overworld, which is this mirror. So this is my little trade room. It has 17 slots, including this one. This one's for spawn, obviously. And then we have one slot for each. Each slot can have one mirror. Same setup as that. And they will have wool behind them of every color, so I can scan every color wool. But that's a project I still need to get working on. And for example, I can put down a mirror here towards one of the other places for direct trade instead of doing it via spawn. Because of course, in spawn there is a small building that is identical in setup to this, and I'll take you there right now. So here we have the room at spawn. This is my slot. So I put the mirror in here. Every time I push an item through, it disappears and appears on the other side. Yeah, I got flux phase, that's the particle effects. So if in my base I push something into the mirror, an item, then it will drop out of here and into this chest. Placing the chest over there, so hungry chest by the way, doesn't work because it shoots over it. So yeah, that works. There's already one other guy who has a mirror set up as well, Phantasma 198. And you see the Vis Network is already installed here. So in my base you saw how small the room could be, but if you know me by now, you probably know that I don't really do small builds. So when I decided to build a mirror room at spawn, it kind of turned out like this. Yeah. I like the way it turned out. It's just insanely big considering what it had to house. Regardless, let's go back to our base. Back at base in our little trade room. And as we can see, fish nuggets, and I have no idea why there's obsidian in here. I really have no clue. It's not that I really need that stuff. I mean, where did I store that? Here? Nope. Nope. Over here. Alright, maybe I do kind of need it. Regardless, that worked. However, a mirror a mirror has one drawback. You can stuff items in, but the more you stuff in, the more unstable it gets, and the slower it will drop items out, which can get really annoying if you push through a couple of stacks, which can take several minutes. So in order to counter that, you must feed Aldo via the Vis network. So that brings us to this topic, the Vis network. I've mentioned it several times now, you've seen it several times, but what does it actually do? How does it work? What is it? Well, some devices in Thaumic Craft require Vis, like the infernal furnace and the mirrors. I think it's possible for the furnace to pump in Ignis Essentia via tubing, but I'm not entirely sure. You can also use the Vis network. However, you cannot just provide with any Vis, even through the Vis network. It has to be Ignis. Now, to create said network, you need several things. First off, you need a node. We have this node, which is powering the furnace. You can see there's Ignis in there through the amber, which is slightly messing stuff up. So to get Ignis Vis to the infernal furnace via the Vis network, you have to have Ignis in your Vis network. So the mirrors require order. We need a node with order, which I have. Next up, we need 2 node stabilizers, like this. You only need one, but you need to use the other one as a crafting ingredient for an item which I never seem to remember the name of. Node Transducer, that's right. As you can see, it kind of looks like this is the top and this is the bottom of something, and that's actually absolutely true, because the node goes in between those two. Let's go back to our power plant. It would of course be much more efficient to place them like next to the mirrors, but you probably know me, I like doing stuff the hard way. So we place down that thing and the transducer. The transducer needs a source of power. This can be of course a lever or a switch, redstone torch, but yeah, I'm using a redstone block because I can. And then we place a node on top. There we go. And break it. And you can see both activating at the same time, ripping at that node until it becomes an energized node. There we go. Node transducer turns from yellow to red, and now it's an energized node with Auto, Aqua and Terra. Terra isn't terribly useful because we have one over here as well. We only need Perdito to have all 6 of them. However, we've got this thing now. Then what? Well, then we need to get this Vis to the appropriate device. And to do that, we need another item which I keep forgetting the name of. The relay, I believe it's called. Fish, harnessing Vis. Vis relay, yeah. Now that's a bit expensive tool. You need balanced shards for that, which I explained before. I used air shards as a catalyst, which means I need the other 5 primal aspects to make. So I made 32 of them, because I can. I'm going to use all of them straight away, but we need a lot of iron. Not how I thought it would go. There. This may be enough. It may not be enough. I'm going to grab a Alder shard. Oh dear. Hello blindness. Yeah, warp effects. They hit very randomly and they're annoying. Blindness is one of the more annoying ones. Actually no. There are others which are far more annoying than blindness, which, considering how annoying blindness is, means quite a bit. So we have Vis relays. Vis relays work within 8 tiles of, well, any Vis source, whether it be a energized node or another Vis relay. As you can see, it is now linked, and these two do not link. There are several rules to Vis relays. One is they can only accept one source. So if I put it over here, it will only take from one of these two. However, it can have multiple directions to split off. So it can only take from one point, but it can give to quite a bunch. I haven't tested out how many, but I don't think there's a real limit to it. But of course, if you these nodes produce what's called centivis, CVs. This produces 4 centivis of auto. So if you have a lot of devices on this that in total require like 10 of them, then it's not going to work. So it's really like a power supply. You need to keep in mind that, you know, power, you generate a certain amount, you can only draw a certain amount. So then we need to, no, that's not what I want. One way to prevent this, so you can see that this one is red, whereas this one's, I don't know, white. This is done by right-clicking them with a stupid scroll wheel with a shard. Vis relays of the same shard color, so this one had I right-click with an Ignis shard. These Ignis Vis relays will only relay energy to another Ignis or to a undefined one. But if I put this one on auto, you don't really see much difference in color, but it's slightly more pinkish. Then this one will only pass its energy towards another auto one or a colorless one. Now, the reason this is Ignis and this is auto is purely because of my own aesthetics. I created this one solely for the Ignis to get to the infernal furnace. So these nodes are, these relays are created using red. I'm creating this one for the auto, so I'm using auto. Could have used aqua, I could have even used Pedito. It doesn't matter which color you choose, it's up to you. But this means that you can have 6 different cables, I guess you could call them. Now, will this accept? Yes, it will. It is close enough. It's actually close enough to draw straight from the source. Huh. What about this one? Still straight from the source, but I kind of wanted to go through that one. Again, purely aesthetic. Yeah, that works. Kinda. Would you go all the way over there? No, you see that's out of range. That's in range. Does it hinder my movement? No, it doesn't seem to. And I'll continue placing on these relays until we get to the mirror room. Right, so the lines have been installed. they don't exactly look the way I thought they would. I was hoping to have it like go like this, but well, this will work. Maybe I could get away with just a line in the middle, but I'm not entirely sure. This way I'm quite certain that the mirrors are all close enough to receive their vis. As you also might have seen during placement, the colors change. This one's red now, this one suddenly glows green. I walk away, glows white. Closer. No, it's not working because this thing is filled up. That's just for the sake of it. Now if I walk closer again, this should glow yellow. So what's going on around here? Why is it doing that? Well, apart from being able to deliver its auto to the mirrors, there is one more thing that actually works with these, and that is this Vis Stone. Vis Stones recharge wands when you hold them, and there is actually an upgrade for that thing. The Vis Storage, Amulet of Vis Storage, is like 10 times as good. The Vis Stone can be found through exploration, but what I accidentally discovered is that these amulets charge up via the Vis Network. So if I walk around in my base quite a bit, it used to always charge up my Ignis and my Terra and my Ire, because that's the 3 elements, the 3 aspects that the energized node connected to this network possesses. So now, with this new network installed, I will also be able to charge up my Aqua and my Auto. I accidentally discovered this simply because I held my wand, my staff, and saw those 3 aspects charge up. And I thought, why would this thing charge up my staff? Because I never put it on a pedestal to recharge. And then I suddenly discovered that. So that's a very nice addition. So if I hold this boy, which does not have full Aqua and Auto, this should start, yes, glowing. And you see that this somehow, oh, it has some pedito which is going into the staff. You did saw Auto just in Aqua tick slightly, because I'm standing under that thing and it's getting recharged the moment it uncharges. So now it's slowly charging my wand. This thing, as you can see, this thing is slowly draining, but when I go back beneath this network, it glows up and my stone's being recharged. So that's a very useful little addition. It would have been nice if I had the ability to relay this system through this, but it can only accept 1, like any other relay, because this little device allows the wand inside of this crafting table to be charged with these elements. So maybe I'll just add another one of these tables with another one of those in order to charge it with these elements. So the advantage of having these wires crisscross around your base is that if you are wearing one of those amulets, it will charge it for you. So that's a really neat little thing I accidentally discovered. It's probably written in the Thaumic, but hey, yeah, whatever. I discovered it. That's all there is to it. Actually, that's all there is to this episode as well. So I explained the Vis Network a bit. I hope it's clear. If not, do mention, because I can go over it in a bit more detail if something isn't clear. And thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next episode.